One who is actually very fortunate can begin Krishna consciousness as stated by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Srila Rupa Goswami. Brahmanda Brahmite Kono Bhagavanaji Guru Krishna Prasade Vai Bhakti Lata Beat. There are millions of living entities who have become conditioned by the laws of material nature, and they are wandering throughout the planetary systems of the universe in different bodily forms. Among them, one who is fortunate meets a bona fide spiritual master by the grace of Krishna and comes to understand the meaning of devotional service. By discharging devotional service under the direction of the bona fide spiritual master or acharya, it develops love of God. One whose love of Godhead, Krishna Prema, is awakened, and who thus becomes a devotee of the inconceivable Supreme Personality of Godhead, is to be considered extremely fortunate. The Mayavadi sannyasis admitted this fact to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It is not easy for one to become a Krishna conscious person, but by the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it can be possible, as will be proven in the course of this narration. So we are reading from the Chaitanya Charitamrita section where Lord Chaitanya meets the Mayavadi sannyasis. Lord Chaitanya was traveling through Banaras, and he was passing through Banaras. He stayed in the house of a devotee called Chandrasekhar Acharya. This Chandrasekhar Acharya was actually a Sudra, and Lord Chaitanya had appeared in a Brahmin's family. So even though he was a born Sudra, Lord Chaitanya stayed in his house. So these days in India, everybody is talking about higher caste, lower caste. So you can preach and say, we believe in a classless society. Lord Chaitanya stayed in Chandrasekhar's house because he had one qualification. He was a devotee. So he stayed in his house. So anyway, there was another Maharashtrian Brahmin in Banaras called Tapan Misra. And these devotees were hearing the Mayavadi sannyasis constantly criticize. Look at the sannyasi. He's a scholar, Sanskrit scholar. But instead of sitting down and studying the Vedanta with us, he's just chanting and dancing like a madman. So the Maharashtrian Brahmin came to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and said, I have a request to you that you please come and meet these Mayavadi sannyasis. So Lord Chaitanya went to meet these Mayavadi sannyasis, and over there he manifested a very unique transcendental pastime. He displayed the effulgence of millions of suns put together. And when these Mayavadi sannyasis saw this, they had no doubt that he must be Narayan. So then Lord Chaitanya also, in the mood of humility, told these sannyasis what their spiritual master had said. And then Lord Chaitanya quoted from many verses in the scriptures that emphasize the importance of chanting the holy names of the Lord. And eventually, by Lord Chaitanya's mercy, all these Mayavadi sannyasis, they became Vaishnava devotees of the Lord. And Lord Chaitanya displayed his complete humility. When Lord Chaitanya went to that assembly, he sat where people washed their feet. And then the leader, Prakashananda Saraswati, took him by the hand and placed him on a higher platform. And then all these Mayavadi sannyasis became Vaishnavas. So Lord Chaitanya, by his Sankirtana process, he was able to transform people of all walks of life. So in this verse that we read today, the Mayavadi sannyasis are responding to the preaching that Lord Chaitanya has done. Lord Chaitanya quoted many verses to point out that the most important thing in this Kali Yuga is to chant the holy names of the Lord. And then the Mayavadi sannyasis go on to say what they said in this verse. But Prakashananda Saraswati and his followers were very fortunate in that they all eventually became Vaishnava devotees of the Lord. And Lord Chaitanya converted the mayavadis to the path of personalism. He converted the Buddhists to the path of personalism. When on his tour of South India, he converted all the entire population to the path of personalism. Actually, once Lord Chaitanya had a nice debate with the leader of the Buddhists, and Lord Chaitanya had defeated the leader of the Buddhists in the philosophical discussion. So the Buddhists were thinking that the Guru got defeated, so they thought of a plan to embarrass the Lord. So one day, they took contaminated food on the metal plate, and they offered it to the Lord, saying, "This is Mahaprasad. We want you to have this Mahaprasad." And as they were offering the metal plate to the Lord, an eagle came, took the contaminated food, and dropped the metal plate on the head of the Guru of the Buddhists. So when the metal plate fell on the head, the Guru was an old man. He collapsed. And all the Buddhists were thinking, "Oh, this is because of a sinful thing that this has happened to our Guru." So they admitted their devious plan, went to Lord Chaitanya, and Lord Chaitanya said, "Just go and whisper the holy... Just go and whisper the holy name in the ears of your Guru." And then that's what they did. The Guru came to consciousness, and thereby all the Buddhists got converted to the path of personalism. So Lord Chaitanya, by his potency and by his Sankirtana movement, he was able to attract people of all walks of life to the path of Vaishnavism, and gradually he converted most parts of India, people to Vaishnavism.